and social media played a role in a teen stabbed and killed near Riverside High School last week. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Andy Morgan.
And I'm Natasha Paloma. This comes as 3 teens are arrested, and now they are facing capital murder charges. KTSM 9 News reporter Shelby Kapp has been following this story since day one. And Shelby, do we know if the teens who were arrested, did they also attend Isleta ISD?
Yeah, well, Andy, Natasha, as you mentioned, 3 teens. We do know 2 of them were 17-year-olds and the other a juvenile male. Now, they are charged with capital murder for killing that 15-year-old. You can still see a memorial set up out here. We have confirmed that 15-year-old's name was Kevin Gonzalez. Now, we were able to confirm from YISD that the 2 17-year-olds attended different schools, but both in the YISD district. Now go ahead and take a look at these mug shots. Here you can see the 2 17-year-olds, Jorge Juarez and Christopher Carrillo, but we do not have a mug shot for the juvenile due to his age. Now YISD says Juarez most recently attended Tejas School of Choice and Carrillo Riverside High School, the same school as 15-year-old Kevin Gonzalez, who was the victim. Now police say Gonzalez was stabbed to death after leaving his school last Friday. Now police say the 3 who are now in custody plan to rob Gonzalez after seeing pictures of large sums of cash on the victim's social media pages. Now you can see a photo of him here. This is the victim. It was from his Instagram page, posted hours before he was murdered. Now one Riverside High School student telling me she knew both the victim and one of the 17-year-olds who was arrested.
He was my friend. He talked to everyone. He got along with everyone. I couldn't believe it because you never know who you're hanging out with. You don't ever know what they're gonna do.
Now, the 2 17-year-olds were arrested, one on Monday and the other on Tuesday, and that juvenile was taken into custody earlier this morning. Now, the 17-year-olds were booked into the El Paso County Detention Facility, and the juvenile was turned over to the custody of Juvenile Probation Department. And as you can see, this memorial still out here this evening and has a lot of flowers and candles, and we have seen people coming out and standing around it, a lot of younger children this evening, because as I mentioned, he was a student of Riverside High School, and police did confirm that he was leaving school when he was stabbed here. Andy, Natasha.
Oh, Shelby, such a tragic situation. Shelby, we know there may be a possible connection with the victim and an incident from a few years back. People might remember it involved an officer pulling out a gun on some kids, and that was pretty controversial at the time. Have you learned more on that?
Yeah, well, Natasha, we did get some confirmation that there is, in fact, a link between the victim of this stabbing here and that incident that happened back in 2018. I'll have more on that coming up for you guys at the 6 o'clock hour.
All right, Shelby Kapp coming to us live from the Lower Valley. Thank you, Shelby.